stands out when you're looking at that Penn State defense and those guard attack offenses?
Yeah, no, I mean, they're a really talented group. I think their athleticism jumps out on tape. You know, they make a lot of plays. They fly around. You know, it's going to take a very disciplined and very good plan from us, from an execution standpoint, come Saturday night.
What's been the reason for the execution being so much better these last 3 games than they were the 4 games leading up to this one?
Well, I mean, it starts with practice. You know, you got to have a great rhythm in practice. You should hit on a lot of things in practice, and that stuff should translate in the game. And I would say that's been where we've probably honed in the most. But I do think, like, you know, our goal every single week is to get a week better, and to learn from each game. And you know, I am a big believer that the best teams play their best ball in, you know, late October, November, December, the back half of the season. And so, you know, we want to pride ourselves on doing that as a program. And so, I like where we're at, but, you know, we got to continue to grow.
I know you're not focused on that side of the ball during the game, but what's this defense just, you know, meant for you guys as an offense, whether it's maybe neutralizing the impact after turnovers, setting you guys up with good field position, and maybe just getting the ball back quickly so you guys can stay in the move?
Yeah, I mean, they've given up, 16 points in 3 games. So probably says all you need to know right there. But no, I mean, it's an extremely, you know, huge asset to us to have a defense that's playing as well as they are right now. Takes a lot of pressure off us. Obviously, you know, we want to execute and be explosive, but, you know, even in the event where I've turned the ball over, or, you know, where we just didn't score, or we got stopped on the 4th down, or anything that happens, you know, any adverse situation that comes about in the game, you know, our defense has been ready to roll and answer the call time after time. And so we're going to continue to lead on those guys. You know, I think our program's at its best when we're playing complementary ball. That's got to be a huge point for us. And, you know, I think we can do special things when we feed off each other like that.
As a quarterback, when you've got a defense like that, does it change your mindset at all to be more aggressive, to take more risks with the football, knowing it might not kill you?
I mean, there's always the fine line of being aggressive and just being stupid. You know, and you want to avoid, you know, those bad turnovers. I know I've had some the past few games. So I wouldn't say that having a great defense doesn't, you know, entice you to turn the ball over. But you know, it definitely helps from a comfort sense of, you know, just because they may get the ball at the 50-yard line, you're not always, you know that you have a chance to stop them or force them to kick and things like that.
From your perspective, just what impact does the experience of this offensive line have?
I mean, tremendous impact. You know, I've said it before, but the offensive line, they're the foundation of what we do. You know, the football doesn't work without the offensive line. You know, that's a very elite group that we've got in there. I'm extremely lucky to have them. You know, and they're gonna continue to be, you know, what we lean on as we you know, endure the back half of the season.
You kind of look at that defensive line. Do you think it's important to kind of get the ball out there this week, or do you think there's a change maybe in the way you want to play, or keep it the same?
Yeah, no, this isn't the team you want to hold the ball against. You know, and really that's kind of an every week thing. But, you know, these guys are athletic. They get off the ball. They're very twitchy up front. You know, and so it's got to be a point of emphasis to get the ball out and, you know, put in the receiver chance.
But do you think, you know, you guys obviously, the way you play up tempo, the way that you guys are able to get the ball, do you think that kind of complements that style that you're able to get the ball out there?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, there's things that you build into the offense that do complement that. You know, and I think that, you know, like I said, it's one of those things where, you know, every week we want to trigger the ball fast. You don't really go into a game saying, oh, well, I think we can hold it 4 or 5 seconds back there. So, you know, it's definitely got to be a point of emphasis, though, this week.
Is there anything you can take from facing ranked opponents, some of the best teams in the country earlier this season, you personally?
I mean, for sure. You know, I mean, to be out there against a very talented Alabama team, to be out there against a very talented USC team, I think it's helped our team grow. I think it's helped us mature. You know, personally for me, you know, I would say that I'm growing each and every week. You know, I'm not naive to think that I'm not still, you know, young. I think I've had 7 or 8 starts. So I think you learn and you grow each and every week. And it helps to be in the fire, against really good opponents. It helped last year to play Ohio State. It helped me last year to get thrown in there against Iowa. So, I believe this team will be prepared. I believe I'll be prepared. And I think it'll be a good plan for us. We just got to execute it.
Hey, we've seen Quincy and Chris have to step up at the outside receiver spot with some of the injuries. How have you seen those guys catch up after some of those early season injuries?
Yeah, I don't really bat an eye to who's in there. Quincy and I have a great relationship. I know what he puts into the sport. I know what Chris Brooks has put into it. I know what Chris Brooks has put in off the field just to stay healthy. And so I've got a lot of respect for those guys, and I know when their number's called, they'll make the plays.
Coming off of 3 consecutive wins, how important is that confidence when you're going into playing ranked opponents in Penn State?
Yeah, no, I think it's huge for our team to be in the position that we are. This is obviously a big game for us, but to your point, it's definitely instrumental that we are playing well. We want to continue to keep this thing rolling in the direction that it's been. But like you said, it's a confidence thing. We've seen and we know what we're capable of when we're playing at a high level, and it'll be most important to do that with the opponent that we're playing on Saturday.
Braedyn, I was looking at the travel rosters this year, and at least true freshmen for each of those 3 road games. When you were at Mississippi State, when you were a true freshman, did Mike bring a lot of true freshmen?
No, so I think I traveled closer to the end of the season, but Coach Leach was very unique in his style. So Coach Leach wanted the least amount of people on the sideline as possible. So, I believe we had like 1 or 2 guys, true freshmen, traveling. I think one was a D lineman and one was our punt returner. And so, yeah, I didn't travel a lot. Not a lot of my class did. Like I said, Coach Leach, he was unique in the way that he did things. So, but yeah, that was kind of the case for me.
As of looking at this use true freshman list for 24 class, just how do you see them handle? I know there's nearly a handful that are consistently contributing, but for the others that have gone on too, just how have you seen them handle just what it takes to be on a travel roster and just what it entails being on the road?
Yeah, I think that they've handled it well, but I attribute a lot of that to the leadership of this team. I think there's a certain way that you handle yourself on a Friday and a Saturday, whether you're home or away. Obviously, the routine changes a little bit on the road. And I know, like, when we go to the hotel, we want to relax, we want to have a good time. But there's always a mission and there's always a goal in mind. And I think that's very apparent with our team, and you see that with those older guys and the leadership group, and it really affects the young guys that make the travel roster.
You had a couple of night games now. Do you have a different kind of routine on those type of games, or how do you kind of go about game day?
You get a little more antsy because you got to sit there. I think most players would tell you the 11 a.m. is kind of fun because it's like you wake up and play. But you got to handle the situation, and when you get to play a game like this, it doesn't matter when you play. So I think everybody will be juiced up and ready to go, and it'll be a fun one for us.
I don't know how often you watch a TV copy of games, but what's your opinion on the Locktober? I see this throw up a graphic every game.
Right. Well, I think we all get a good laugh of it. I'll probably lean into it a little more after Saturday, depending how that goes. But no, it's cool. It's always fun to see yourself on a TV copy. And, my family has definitely enjoyed it. My friends, they all send that stuff to me. So no, it's been cool.
The t-shirts you have there?
I haven't seen the t-shirts yet. So.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Braedyn.